Let's continue working on this site. In this video we'll integrate update and delete feature. So let's start. Okay, let's go to home component. Here as you can see we have name and body. So when we hit edit button it should show us edit. So let me show you how it will look when it is done. Okay, so this will be the final result. When we hit this edit it will show us edit, so updated book. When we hit enter, so it updates. Also we can delete, it will ask us, and that's gone. So this is what we are going to do. So when someone hits edit we want to show the form. Okay, let's start creating that. So here is the panel heading and here is the name. So I'll create form just inside this panel default. So form, we don't need action. So everything, this heading and body will be inside form. And this heading, so inside heading will only show this name. We can just wrap this inside strong tag. So we'll show the normal name when editing is false, and when editing is true we'll show this input field. Okay, we can give class form control. So same for this. And we'll show this when editing. So when editing is true we want to show the input field, otherwise the normal one. Okay, so let's check. Open up console. Okay, lot of errors. So we need to define that editing. So initially that will be false. Okay, let's see what it looks like when it is true. Okay, so when it is true we can see form, otherwise false. So we'll toggle this using edit button. So let's create that. Okay, so we'll create edit buttons just here. So button class will be just button, and so we'll use font awesome and FA pencil for edit. And FA times for delete. Okay, so I'll include the font awesome CDN here. So you can search for font awesome CDN and just include it here, or you can just write here edit and delete. Okay, let's see. Okay, probably we can pull them right to our right. So yeah, instead of button we can just give it div, like style. Okay, we can give placeholder and other, so that's okay for now. Okay, so initially let's make this false, and we'll see the normal. And whenever we click here, let's toggle that. So go to this edit, so pencil is edit. So whenever someone clicks, we will make editing equals to true. So we'll be in editing mode, and this will not show, this will show, and all this stuff. Okay, so let's check this out. Okay, when someone hits edit, so we are in editing mode. Okay, so here's problem. So suppose someone just wants to edit this notebook, not other. So currently it is just making all other fields like this. Okay, so let's handle that. So instead of just editing, here just passing editing, we need to make this function. Okay, so let's make this function rather than property. So we'll make this function, and we'll pass the notebook ID so that it will be unique for every notebook. Okay, so let's do that. So I will call the function edit it. Okay, so the parameter I'll be passing is notebook.id. so remember that is available here, notebook.id. so I'm passing to this method, and we need to make that, define that methods. So let's make another field, methods. So here I need to create that edit it method, and this will have notebook ID. So now we are no longer using editing, we'll get rid of that, and I'll create another variable called edit form. So this will be empty. So I'll tell you why I'm using this. So whenever so what we'll be doing is just making edit form equals to notebook ID. So I'll be making just edit form, this variable equals to notebook ID, and we'll only show the form when this notebook ID matches with edit form. So let's create another form to show, another method to show form. So form, so notebook ID if this dot edit form equals to notebook ID, will return true, otherwise it will return false. Okay, so now we have these two methods. So this method will show the form when someone click the edit it. Okay, so let's use this function. So in this when someone clicks edit, we'll call the edit it function, and we need to pass notebook.id. What this will do is this will just make this edit form assign notebook ID to this edit form variable, and so this will be not, so we will just remove these. We are no longer using edit it here, instead we show it to show form. Okay, so if notebook ID matches the form ID, edit form, it will show these fields. So let's see this in action. sorry, so for so let's make it so it, because we are using so form here, so it here, and so form. Let's change that and refresh. Okay, so when someone hits edit, it will just edit this form. Okay, this form, only this form, not this one, like this. Okay, next we need to create OK button, so that we need to if someone hits OK, that will do request and update the form. So here is our form, and let's create two button. Okay, we will only show this and so it is true. Notebook.id. Okay, also we need to create cancel button, so that if someone don't want to edit, he will just cancel. And when someone clicks on cancel, what we want to do is, first we want to prevent the default action. It will try to submit, and what we want to do is we just want to make this edit form false, okay, or empty. Edit form equals to, just make it false. So if that is false, this show it function no longer returns true, it will return false, and all other field will not show. Okay, let's check cancel. Yeah, so that's working. Okay, so now our this form is okay. Now we need to submit this to backend, so we'll do that by so first what we will do is we need to bind this input to some data. So I will create a new data called notebook edit data. So this will be the object with name empty and body empty initially, and we need to bind this input to that. So I will use vue model for that. Dot name and for body here. So we can check using the view tab, just edit, and yeah, so that's updating. Alright, so here, so when user hits OK here, so when user hits OK, it will submit. So form at submit, so we want to prevent the default action, and we'll call the update it method. So we need to pass notebook ID. So if there were just one notebook, or so here we are showing all of notebook. Okay, so if you are just showing one in different page, you don't need to do this, you just need to call update function and stuff like that. Alright, so let's create this method update it. Okay, so it will do the put request to the server. So notebook slash, so we need to pass notebook ID. So then So also here we need to pass notebook edit data. So after successful response, we'll just clear the notebook edit data. We'll make that empty and we'll just redirect user to home. Okay, so this is how we redirect, and let's check this out. Okay, we need to create this in backend as well. So let's go to notebook controller, and here for update, this update method, and here notebook update request all, return success. Let's make for delete as well, notebook delete. Okay, so let's check this out. Open up console, let's edit, update it, new. Okay. Okay, also we need to make, so we need to reset this edit form also, so that this edit form will not show. So this dot edit form equals to false. We need to make that false. So if you refresh, so you'll see this updated one. Let's try again. Okay, one more thing here is, so when someone edits the form, so we should see the default data, means what is the old data. Okay, so in order to do that, you can handle that in this edit it. When user clicks edit it with that button, so here what we want to do is, first we want to find the that particular notebook using this ID. Alright, so we have to loop through these notebooks. So notebooks dot for each. Okay, so we loop through these notebooks, and so this is not, so if ID matches with this notebook ID, so we'll make this edit notebook edit data equals to that notebook, that particular notebook. Okay, so actually we are doing is just finding that notebook and assigning this notebook edit data, which will be showing in that form, to this notebook. Okay, alright, so here we can see update it again. Okay, so we can see update it again, and body update it. Similarly, you can update this one also. Yeah, updating part is working. So now let's delete. So let's create new method for delete also. Just below here I'll create that. So delete it will be same as, so we'll just do the delete, and we need to send request to notebook, and we need to pass ID. Okay, so here is delete method. So we ask user first, ask user to confirm, are you sure? So if this is true, we'll do ajax request and we'll delete the form. Alright, so after the successful response, so we'll will reload or will refresh the data. So here we are fetching it, so let's define another method to fetch and refactor that. Fetch it, and this will contain this code, and we'll instead call here this dot fetch it. Okay, so after successful response, we'll call this dot fetch it method and refresh all the data. Okay, so let's delete this, update it again. Actually, we are not calling this method in delete it button, so here is delete button, and when someone clicks, we'll call delete it, and we'll pass the notebook ID. Okay, so let's try. Are you sure? Okay, so that's gone. Are you sure? No, so that will not execute. Okay, so yeah, that's gone. Let's edit notebook 3. Okay, let's call it universe. This notebook body universe. Okay, yes, this notebook. So this is how you update and delete. So hope you learned something out of this video. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.